Hey everybody, Rob here for Southwest Florida Television. We're just getting ready here to celebrate our dear friend Roy and do the official unveiling of his plaques over on the bench over there, him and Audrey. So I'm going to round everybody up here and get the show started. We're going to go ahead and get started, folks. So we'll get everybody over here and we'll see what transpires. There's nothing rehearsed here. Nothing rehearsed. Nothing rehearsed. Come on over here, guys. Let's get the show on the road. I've been put on the spot here.
Not the first time, probably.
All right, you can see all of our friends here. There's Connie, who helped orchestrate this thing, got the plaques put up there on the bench. Her and Kevin put them up there. Thank you, Connie.
Thank you.
You did an awesome job. You did an awesome
It was my
job.
honor to do it.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you. Of course, Kathy back here, Roy's daughter. All right.
All right, we're
So,
ready to unveil.
you want to? Well, hang on a second. You got old sits on bench today. Old sits on bench.
Doing a job guarding.
Yeah, he was in charge of the bench. Of course, he's got his green tea in hand.
Something to dedicate the bench.
To dedicate it.
Yeah, let's not yet.
Oh,
Very eloquent.
what to say? I'm speechless. I mean, I've been talking all morning, walking on the beach. I mean, you all know why we're here. Oh, I mean, we should have brought some oranges or orange juice to toast Roy.
Maple syrup.
Maple syrup. Drink it like Roy did.
And banana bread. Blueberry pancakes. And crispy
Oh.
bacon.
Crispy bacon.
I don't know. I've said so much about Roy. God bless him. We miss him. We love him. Him and Audrey are here with us. We know that for sure. We know that for sure. Yep. Let's go ahead and just do the unveiling.
I haven't seen it yet, so I'm so
You haven't seen it? Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
We have to say thank you. First of all, we want to say thank you to Connie and Ranger Kevin. I'm sure you've seen him on the Facebook, right? That they put this together and they had it, whatever, inscribed or something. So we thought what we put on it, we've talked a lot about it, and we came up with something we think is really appropriate for Captain Roy, my dad. So,
Captain.
Captain Roy.
He was our captain. He was everybody's captain.
He was everybody's
Here we go.
So,
And there we have him.
yeah, Roy and Audrey's bench. Not just Audrey's bench anymore.
Right. Now it is officially Roy and Audrey's bench.
You need to come around and look at it. I do.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it.
Would you want to read it for us? Why don't you read it for
Okay,
us?
Roy T. Haase. I had a little trivia last night with my ladies. Does anybody know his middle name? Teton. After the Teton Mountains, he named himself.
Oh, yeah.
Teton Mountain Range.
It all makes sense.
Yeah, right?
Knowing your
Teton
dad.
Haase. So, December 20th, 1924 to May 16th, 2021. Enjoy the journey, tally ho, of course. And
Of
we have our
course.
bracelets.
Oh, yeah.
And from our vigil, we have the bracelets. And then it says, dedicated to Captain Roy, your song lives in our hearts. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take our sunshine away from your beloved beach friends.
Amen.
Everybody here,
Amen.
it's just so wonderful and supportive, and thank you for coming this morning. And I've been waiting for this for like 6 months. I had my flight and my rooms like, a long time ago. So I'm so excited to be here
Amen.
and be part of that. I'm part of this family too.
Absolutely.
It's wonderful.
This is look at all these people. Look at all these people out here. Now I know in a little while we're going to sing.
Yes.
I know we're going to sing. We can't be here and not sing. But Connie has a special presentation here. I mean, tell us how this came about, where this money came from.
Well, this came about because so many people expressed an interest in wanting to do something for Roy's bench. And so we all got together and decided, let's do 2 new plaques and put them on the bench. And then that way everybody can see what the money that we collected for After paying for the bench plaques, then I have a donation here from all of Roy's friends and family all over the United States. And we want to present this check. There's 2 checks here to Kathy Foster. She is the president of the Friends of Delnor-Wiggins Park. And we're going to let her and Ranger Terrence decide what kind of project to do in honor of Roy and his wife Audrey and his family. So the check is for $568.
Wow. Woo! Awesome, awesome, awesome. Awesome, Kathy. That is awesome.
Well, I just want to say on behalf of everybody that supports the park here and away from Naples, that we thank you, and all the money donated to the Friends and this check, of course, every penny stays here. It's not going to go to Tallahassee.
Yay! Yes, that's very important.
I'm going to keep Connie and Kathy informed as to which project that your money will go to in honor of Roy and Audrey. And
beautiful.
So they will keep you guys informed. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I want to thank everybody that donated. It meant the world to me. And Kathy too.
Yeah.
Amen.
And we just want to say thank you to everyone. We all know you all love Roy as much as we all do.
We sure do.
And I just wanted to add something. When we were at the vigil, which was amazing, and I think about it probably every day, and I took home, I told all the friends throughout Facebook that I took home a huge, probably 50 pounds of all the cards and the memories and the pictures, and the kids drew pictures from the kindergarten.
Wasn't that something?
Just so Rob kept every card in every envelope with every address on it, and I've started. It's been a while. I just started going through and just reading all the love and the poems and the funny jokes and just things that were just unbelievable. And it still amazes me. And it took me, I had a pile about this high, and that took about an hour and a half to go through and try and see. And then I see names over and over again that were from different parts of his life. And I know that when you were with him when he was really sick, the outpouring of love, that when he had his flesh-eating virus from swimming in the red tide, and then he had blood poisoning, sepsis from who knows what else, probably old food in the refrigerator, old fish or something, I don't know. Cheese. But every single time that something happened to Dad, you were here, and to support him. And
amen.
I was in Chicago, I heard, but I don't know if you guys don't know, but he never wanted me to know that he was sick. I heard it from friends here, but Karen Blair, Rob, Dave Stewart, and God rest his soul, Dave Stewart.
Yep.
But Dad would not allow Audrey to call me, and she loved him so much, and she would not let me know. So when I was absent for things, it's because I didn't know. Dad.
Amen. Amen.
Dad was here.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Nope.
Hey, baby, it's okay.
But
Dad was very protective, and I know how much he loved everybody here, and I felt like he was in such good hands here that I had younger kids, in Chicago, that I could, I loved him from afar, and it's because of you guys that he lived to be 96.
Amen. Amen. These are everybody out here. These are all Roy's angels out here. You are all Roy's angels out here. God bless all of you.
Give yourself a hand.
You definitely, you made his life much better. Every single one of you here.
Okay, I have tissue.
So,
Rob, we have a little special thing going right now. We're going to have Lee play the harmonica.
all right.
And he's going
Here we
to play
go.
Roy's song. You Are My Sunshine. Come here.
Here we go.
This is not just any old harmonica. This is Roy's harmonica. There's a couple of them. Kevin's got one. I've got one.
Here we go. Roy's harmonica, folks. These guys are great. never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
The other night, dear, when I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke and I was mistaken, so I laid my head down and cried. One time.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Woo! Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Lee. Awesome, awesome. Oh.
Better, but you did.
Yeah, I think Roy had that one down.
He had more breath.
He did, isn't that something? He did a great job. Does anybody else want to say anything? Everybody good? Or,
I will say something.
Judy, go for it.
I would love to say something.
Amen. I was hoping you'd say something.
Ah, of course. I would never not say. Sometimes I say too much. No. I just want to let you people all know that I love you guys. And I told Rob earlier that I thank him for bringing us all together with his Southwest Florida television. The day I stumbled into his Facebook page really changed my life. I saw Roy, and I just followed him every morning at work. I would drink my coffee and put on Southwest Television. Even my boss came in, like, what are you watching? I'm like, Southwest Television, of course. So I shared with her, then she started doing it. And Roy was out here playing his harmonica, and I said to Lee, we have to meet him. We have to meet him, and you have to play guitar with him. So we made it our mission to come down here, and he brought his guitar, and it was such a happy day that they all played together, and Rob videotaped it, and Roy got out of his chair and started dancing with me and everything. And at that point, I don't know if a lot of you know us, it was kind of a low point in our lives. We had some issues going on, and just Roy, speaking with Roy, like, he made us so optimistic, and he opened our eyes to a new way of looking at life, and we were just grateful for everything. Because of him, he touched so many lives and changed people's lives for the better. And he brought all of us together, him and Rob.
Amen.
And I'm so grateful for that. And I love all of you guys. I really do, from the bottom of my heart. Okay?
We love you too. We love you, Judy. And it wasn't me, it was you-know-who that did this.
He's still here. He's here right now.
He's bringing us together right now.
Yes, he is. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Anybody else? Come on. Everybody's shy now? All right. Say goodbye.
Oh, I met Rob.
What?
I met Roy before I met you
You did?
when I moved to Florida.
Now, how did that
With
happen?
him, but I couldn't sit too close because he always wanted to hit on my girlfriend. No, every time. Every time.
Not Roy. Not our Roy.
No.
Our Roy wasn't like
I
that.
can't repeat the conversations we had. And I'm just telling the truth.
That is the truth.
And I love Roy.
We were just, Kathy, and we were just talking
Why
about
do you
some
think I
of
moved
some
down
of
to
Roy's
the
jokes.
skybox? I went to the skybox to get away from
Oh,
Roy.
he chased you over to the
Oh,
skybox.
yeah, he roasted me out of here.
I didn't know anybody could embarrass you. Oh, Gary, you're a hooch.
Say to you about the mermaid with the coconuts,
Oh, the mermaid.
with the bra.
I said, hey, Roy, I heard there's a mermaid. Or I said, Roy, I saw a mermaid up on the beach. The first thing out of his mouth, was she wearing a bra? I'm like, that was the first thing that he said out of his mouth. I'm like, oh, yeah, I couldn't stop laughing. And there was people behind us, they were cracking up.
I want to tell a story.
Okay,
about Roy.
Connie, there we go.
I took a meal one day to Roy, and I had fixed homemade meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and gravy, and some green beans and slaw. So I took it into the house, and he was sitting out on his little lanai. And I said, Roy, I brought you a meal. And he said, oh, I'm hungry. And I said, okay, let me go in the kitchen and get it, and I'll bring it out here. So I took it out there, and he was eating, and he got about halfway through it. And he said, how about you moving in with me? And I said, Roy, I can't do that. I said, I have a 92-year-old mom that I have to take care of. And he said, it don't matter, bring her too.
So, did it happen?
No, it didn't happen. But I tried to visit him and take food to him as much as I could.
Oh, he always had some stories.
He loved eating my banana bread.
He
that
did.
was one of the things that he really, really loved. And he'd say, "Did you bring me any banana bread this time?"
Right.
And I always
That reminds me, somebody else has a story about bread about Roy. Oh, we're going to put Tom on the, come on. We're all adults here. Oh, come on. Put you on the
Roy
spot.
story about the bread is him talking about going on a date, and he prepared his whole house up with the food, and he had all the lunch meats and cheeses and vegetables, and he brought her in, and she looked at the display, and she says, "Well, how are we gonna make a sandwich? There's no bread." You know, he says, "What do you don't need bread? You don't want bread? Bread's bad for you." She said, "No bread, no bed." So Roy went and got some bread.
Darn right.
That's the bread story.
You know, you would see Roy in front of the camera, but a lot of times you wouldn't see what was going on behind the camera. And sometimes I just say to him, "What do you think about that?" And he'd go, "Well, you can't beat that." Well, what it is there's usually some pretty girls walking behind us. I mean, a lot of those pictures where you see Roy smiling, there's a pretty girl behind me in a bikini.
I just felt so bad for him during the pandemic because he couldn't get his hugs.
Right. He had a hard time adjusting to not jumping out of his chair and hugging everybody walking by.
That would get him right out of the chair.
Oh yeah.
Well, speaking of
Oh,
pandemic,
Sparky.
and I'm gonna tailgate off of Gary's story. We checked in Saturday evening right down here at Vanderbilt Beach, and that's when you were doing. This was closed.
Right.
Bob was doing Vanderbilt Beach, and we got up Sunday morning, and sure enough, right there in front of the Turtle Club was Roy in his chair. Me and my wife come walking up and introduced ourselves, and immediately offered. You know how he wanted people to take him swimming. We offered to take him swimming, and he was just so excited. And after he calmed down about swimming, the first words out of his mouth, he looked right at my wife, Jean, and goes, "Honey, are you going to wear a bikini?"
Oh, Roy. That's true. That's Roy. Roy boy. God bless.
My wife did wear it.
Oh, thank you. That is funny, Gary. Oh. Anybody else got a story? Now that we're loosening up a little bit.
Story or two. Yeah.
Come on, Kathy. You gotta have another story.
There are so many dad stories. I don't even know where to start. But there is a funny, and this is, I'll try and condense it.
There you go.
But when I was little, we had this chalet. We had this beautiful cottage on Green Lake, Wisconsin. And Dad, every year we'd had tons of people there. It had like 8 bedrooms, and they were big partiers. Mom and Dad were big partiers, and but the old time fun. And so he would go and. There was one evening where he would dress up. Of course, all the kids didn't know, but he'd dress as the Hunchback of Notre Dame. So he would grease his hair down. You know, he had that comb over. So he greased his hair down. He put in his lips, gauze in his lips to make underneath his lips to make him stick out, and a big hunchback. And so he would go up, and we had these hearts and diamonds stuck into the big, the attic. And it would look over the main room and second story, and he would have his arms, and he'd go, oh, and make these sounds, and go, oh, I am the hunchback, whatever. And all the kids would go, ah, you know. And so he would run around, and he would come up, and there was a bunkhouse. And he'd come out with a flashlight underneath his face and pop up, and everybody go, wow, you know, and freak out, run around. But what he would do is he'd pick one person, and he'd say, and he would take that one kid, and they'd disappear. So he would be the hunchback, and so they'd go down to the lake, and so all the kids, and he'd come walking up, then when he's done, like, hey, what's the ruckus about here? What's the ruckus? And he'd come up, and they go, well, where's Susie or whatever, and like, where'd she go? Oh, she must have been taken down to Davy Jones' locker. Everyone's like, Davy Jones' locker? And she's missing missing, and everybody's running around looking for this person, and it was the big joke, and nobody, you're the hunchback. No, I've been here. I've been here the whole time. But he used to do these funny things. I mean, he was really hilarious his whole life, and so that's one that if you were there, it was really funny. But he was always about Davy Jones' locker and going in the boat and going down to see Davy Jones' locker. He loved that. But and the story about the horse. The story about the horse.
Oh, right, coming in the house on the horse. Oh yeah, you can tell that story.
Yeah.
You got to tell it.
I love this story. When we moved in the lake, let's see, I was in second or third grade, and we had a house on the lake in Madison, and it was kind of large, but so we had horses, and Dad loved the horses, and he would go. So we had this party, and it was when we first moved in, and I don't even know if they recarpeted yet or whatever, but we had another party. It sounds bad, but he rode the horse into the house. So and my mom's like, Roy, what are you doing? You can't have that in here. And he's like, why not? And he rides the horse in, and we had these chandeliers hanging, these big wrought iron 3-tier chandeliers, and the ceiling was like a 2-story, 3-story ceiling. And he got out the horse, and he hung from the chandeliers and swung from the chandeliers, and then dropped back down onto the horse and rode the horse back out. But that's what he would do. He would just do crazy stuff, and he didn't care.
He's told me that so many times.
I know, we didn't have them back then.
It's too bad we couldn't have filmed that.
We didn't have them back then.
The things,
he loved life then. I mean, I was in second grade, and he was still doing crazy. He used to have an ice sail, which they don't. He had one made out of pipes, what are those plastic pipes? And it was like a kite. It looked like the kite. He put it on his shoulder, and he had a rope on it and on the skates, and we'd go on the lake, and he would have this thing on his shoulder. And this is like 1975 or something, and they didn't have wind surfers or anything. Right. And we would go around and whip around. Like, it was so fun. And then we also had an ice boat, and he would take me on the ice boat, and we would go about 90 miles an hour in the middle of the lake. Well, in the middle of the lake, there's cracks in Lake Mendota.
Yeah.
The water. Well, we got to watch out for the cracks in the lake, because you hit one of those cracks and it's all over. It's all over. And you can hear him say it. And I'm like, Cats, it's okay. And he's going about 100 miles an hour in this windsurfer, ice boat. And he was always that way. Like, you've seen him like then. So imagine him when he was in his 50s, and just sailing, and the boat flips upside down, the mast gets stuck in the sand, and Lake Mendota, like crazy stuff. And it drive my mom crazy. And so he was always a lot of fun. I mean, I used to say it was a fun being with him, and
he definitely had 9 lives.
He had 9 lives.
I mean, he had so many near-death experiences. He shared. Yeah, he has shared so many stories.
He told us a story with Audrey, and he said they went out on a boat, and he would go out swimming, and she'd just be sitting there reading her book. And like one time he was out swimming, and he got caught in a current, and he almost drowned, and he couldn't get back to the boat. And she's just sitting there, la, 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 reading her book, not paying any attention. And finally, he managed to get himself up on the boat, and he flopped in like a fish. And she's like, hi, and reading her book. And he's like, I almost drowned. She's like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, right. Nice to have you back on board. He has shared so many stories over the years like that. I mean, swimming across Wiggins Pass here, almost drowning, getting tangled up in the mangroves over there.
And that lifeguard from California.
Just happened to be there.
To be down there and saved him. Because
your dad
he was holding onto the logs and being sucked into the pass. Yeah. And there were tons of logs. I don't know what was going on then, but winter maybe. And he was really scared.
Oh, yeah.
That was the first time he was scared. Like, maybe I shouldn't be swimming over the pass by
maybe
myself.
Not.
That would be good, Dad. And there was a man just happened to be far down on 5. Way far down there, right? The lifeguard, he was from San Francisco, this lifeguard, so he's used to ocean.
Just on vacation.
It was just 50, the lifeguard, and he saw him there and it was an overcast day. No one was around, and Dad was getting sucked in.
There was always somebody here for Roy. Always. Yeah, when something bad happened to him, God put somebody here to take care of him.
Yeah.
Bobby, our friend Bobby Matthews, was always here. Just when Roy would fall and have to go to the ER, she'd be out on. She was the one who was on the beach. It was
you were on the beach too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But she just that poor woman came down for vacation and she never got a break. It was like she was always at the hospital with Roy. It was like, God bless her.
Sure, always someone saving him. I know. Well, he saved a lot of other people, right?
He did. Yes, he did.
More people than you'll ever know.
Got it coming back to him.
He didn't care about himself. He didn't. You know what? It was.
No, he didn't.
Enjoy that journey. That was what it was all about.
It was all about that. And his old clothes, the duct tape.
The old jacket with
We used to duct tape like all of our equipment, everything. I think I should have taken stock in duct tape.
the red, right? That ratty hat he used to wear, that fur hat.
I had 3 coats in my car. And you would never
Right. No, people would buy him new jackets and he'd come out with that thing with the feathers falling
And
out.
a rope for a belt.
For a belt, that was the best, the rope belt.
bought him a nice hat, and he liked that old animal hat.
Well, he did start wearing the hat that Connie got him. Yeah.
He loved that hat because it kept his head warm when it was cold.
That thing just started You Are My Sunshine and nobody touched it, nobody was there.
The-
Gosh.
What was that?
That flower just started dancing.
Oh, did it? Roy's little.
You Are My Sunshine.
This used to sit on Roy's patio, singing "You Are My Sunshine." That is so cool. And of course, Roy's chair. You just give it a touch and it'll go off for you.
They said it just started.
Yeah, that was Roy. Hey, thank you, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. The captain is sitting there in his chair, right there. Thanks for watching. God bless.